the next guys to be introduced will be starters. They will do first a Sutherlin starting lineup, and then they will do a person from Tillamook, and you can hear the crowd different. That you can tell is the difference in crowd size tonight, as the Cheesemakers probably 3-1 over Sutherlin in noise and in mass. Sutherlin 50 miles down the coast on I-5, less than an hour to get here. Tillamook 3 hours or close to it, and they have absolutely packed the place looking for their first state championship in Tillamook High School basketball history. The Tillamook Cheesemakers start tonight at the point guard, 5'7", 145-pound senior Danny Bourne. At the other guard tonight, it's going to be Kurt Candler, 5'9", 150-pound senior. At the forwards tonight on one side, it'll be Ryan Slider, 6'3", 185-pound junior. And on the other side, Mike Motzinger, 6'3", 200-pound senior. And in the middle, it's going to be Jared Klump, 6'1", 190-pound senior. We've gone through 64 teams in the state of Oregon. 16 of those come to the tournament. They start the bracketed tournament from there. Only 2 remain without a loss at all, and those 2 will settle it here tonight as the Tillamook Cheesemakers will take on the Sutherlin Bulldogs looking for the state championship. And you've got to keep thinking, I've got to keep reminding myself, win or lose, what an amazing season. 25-2 for the Cheesemakers as they come in against the 22-5 Sutherlin Bulldogs. Ball in the air, tip controlled. Slider tips it way back, but it comes down to Sutherlin in backcourt. Slider got about half a hand higher than the big guy Clark at 6'8". With the ball left side, Clark going to move inside. Klump's going to front him. Slider on the left side, Motzinger on the right side. They put Clark on the opposite side of where he normally is, and he's in jail right now. Motzinger and Klump playing inside. The officials talking to him. Crane with the ball on the outside, swinging around, comes to right. Right, cross court, back to Crane on top, swinging to right side to Cortez. Cortez with Bourne in his face. Looks, goes right. Hands, waits. I tell you what, Chandler got a good piece of arm in there, but it's going to be a jump ball. Cheesemakers get it on the alternating possession.
It doesn't surprise me actually at all that Clark is lined up originally on the opposite block from Ryan Slider. That's out of his comfort zone, though. That's not where he wants to be. They've made the first adjustment.
Chandler with the ball on the left side, working on the switching man-to-man defense. As Clark comes out to find Motzinger, Slider on top, almost lost it, gets it back. Hands to Motzinger. Motzinger going to shoot for 3. On top, not going to go. Rebound over the top. Slider comes down with it. Fake. Inside. Hands off. Klump from 6. Good! Cheesemakers lead 2-0. Tillamook's going to go full court press as they've done the whole time. Cortez left side. Back to Crane in backcourt. Crane goes high post at midcourt to the big man as Clark brings it across the timeline and hands back to Crane. Sutherlin control. With the ball. Out on top is Crane, right side to Cortez, trying to get it inside to Clark. Clark with Slider in front of him. Really, their reach is not much different. Pass inside. Cortez from 5 scores.
That's where you want Cortez playing basketball, though. Cortez is a driver and a slasher. He's not a jump shooter. That's where you want him.
Slider down the lane, draws a foul on Clark. He took him to the hole, and Clark had nowhere to go, but hack him good. Slider doesn't go to the line, I believe, for 2. We'll see. Yes, he is.
Bob gave direct orders to Ryan Slider that he was to attack Clark as many times as he can.
He went by him like he stood still.
Yeah, Clark does not have great lateral movement. He's got good basketball instinct, and he's got long arms, and those 2 things make up for that lack of speed. He's able to cover a lot of ground simply by reaching.
First free throws, you can tell by the crowd response, is good. 3-2, Tillamook leads. Just underway here. First period. Second free throw is good as well. Slider gets 2. 4-2, Tillamook leads. Backcourt with the ball. Coming down the right side is Hermes. Hermes hands back to Crane. Crane's going to work against Bourne. Crane, very slight build, but he handles the ball extremely well. Crane on top to Cortez on the right side. Going to try to drive. Free throw line. Kicks back to Crane. Hands left side to Hermes. Hermes with the ball. Cross court to Cortez. Cortez going to drive inside. Kicks it back out. Crane, 3-point set shot. In and out. No good. Rebound over the top. Comes down. Cheesemakers steal it away. Slider got by with a hack. Cheesemakers came up with the ball. Bourne going to push the ball sideline right. Look, stop, shoots from 18. In and out, rattles, pounces, scores! It hit the iron 4 times and fell. The Cheesemakers lead 6-2. With the ball, Cortez, hack on the arm by Slider. Not the place you want him to pick up his foul. There's going to be enough of them in other places to get.
Yeah, Ryan, that's not where Ryan should be playing defensively. They don't want him up that high on the 2-2-1 press. He got up too high, sort of got a little anxious, and he just needs to settle down, play Tillamook basketball.
6-2, Tillamook leads. Sutherlin with the ball in backcourt, going to bring it across the timeline, get double teamed there by Tandler and Bourne. He hands off left to Hermes. Hermes with the ball. Free throw extend to left side, right to Cortez. Looking inside, there's Clark. First time he's touched it, he kicked it back out. With the ball swinging left side, Hermes, baseline, going to jump from 15. Good. That's the shot you'd like to see him take, as he hit a tough shot, baseline left. Slider on the right wing, going to pull for 3 on the run, in and out, no good. Rebound inside goes to Crane. 6-4, Tillamook's lead is 2.
A little quick on the shot, I think. A little quick on the shot. You can get that anytime you want.
Clark hands off left side as they break the press to Hermes. On top to Crane. Right side to Cortez. Lob pass inside. Tip. Clark comes down with it. Stolen away by Motsinger. Whistle. Jump ball. Motsinger complained. I didn't see anybody ever have the ball. Motsinger ripped it away. Maybe fortunate not to get the foul. It could have been a makeup call there. Sutherlin bring the ball in on the alternating possession underneath their basket. Hermes on the left wing gets it. Taylor's going to extend the defense to him. He's going to hand back to Crane. He'll work it left to right around the horn. 4:39 left, first period, 6-4 Tillamook. On top, tipped away. Bourne with a steal, Taylor. Bourne feeds, bounce pass. Motsinger can't hang on. Out of bounds going to be Cheesemaker. Ball kicked out by Hermes.
That ball needed to come up just a little bit. Danny, I thought, threw it just a touch late, and the pass was low. If that thing had kicked up, Motsinger would have had a nice right-handed layup.
Running on the lane on the right wing. Motsinger gives it up, gets it back. Baseline 18, in and out, no good. Rebound Crane on the long side. Crane's going to push the ball down the floor. 6-4, Tillamook by 2.
You're being kind calling that thing in and out.
Yeah, that bounced pretty hard off the iron.
That had it out. I'm not so certain about the in part.
It did get some iron. With the ball, Cortez on the right side. Feeds into the corner, looking. There is right. Long cross court to Crane. To Hermes. Hermes looking post up. Clump. Good battle there. Tipped away. Whistle. Reach from behind. It's going to be Motsinger. Motsinger got a little bit deep in there instead of reaching on the arm. Cheesemaker fans going to let the officials know about it there, as hoping they're not protecting the big guy. He did get armed there.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Mike sort of got surprised there. When we did our walkthrough, we always had Clark on Ryan's side and did all the work there. And so it's...
Lob pass into Clark. Picked off by Swamp. Cheesemakers with the ball. Bourne right across the timeline. On top. Feeds left side Slider. Down the lane. Throws it up. Scores, and he's fouled! Clark at 2. Ryan Slider elevated well over the top of Tim Clark. Clark's going to get foul number 2, and even if he doesn't pick up 3 and lose playing time, he's got to change how he plays, and that could be big. It changes how he plays on both ends of the floor as well. Slider gets 2. Tillamook leads 8-4. He goes to the line trying to complete the 3-point play. It's good. 9-4. Tillamook leads by 5. Athleticism, unbelievable. Ryan, don't pick up any fouls this time down the floor. With the ball in backcourt. Sutherlin hands off Cortez on top to right. Traveled, no call. You can hear the Cheesemaker fans asking for it. On top to Crane. Crane right side to Cortez. Cortez setting the screen. Inside goes baseline to Hermes. Back to Cortez. Down the lane, lays it up and in.
He's a slasher, and that's one of the things that Bob was worried about, whether we're able to contain Cortez.
Slider on the right wing, working against Clark. Clear the floor and let him drive. I tell you what, he can't handle him. On top, Plump with the ball. Looking cutter goes baseline. Bourne. Jumper from 18. Short, no good. Rebound comes to Crane, coming down the middle again. Crane with the ball in backcourt. Hands right side to Cortez. 9-6. Tillamook by 3. 3:10 left, first period. Crane with the ball on top. Feeds right side to Cortez. He's got 4 in the game already. As inside, Clark getting a little frustrated right now, I believe. Has touched the ball only once in this game on the offensive end. Cortez down the lane, checked there by Bourne. Hacked on the head by Bourne, didn't get the call. Bourne with the ball, coming down the middle, looking right wing for Slider. Going to pull it out there, Slider with the ball. Slider travels with the ball. A little stutter step.
Ryan is anxious to take Clark to the well to see if he can pick up his 3rd.
Why don't you take Clump out of that side, throw him over to the other side once and say, here, let's play ball. Clark cannot stay with Ryan Slider.
And if he's going to back off, Ryan is going to get about a 5-foot jump shot.
That's right.
We're going to take every time down the court.
Clark will not challenge Ryan Slider. He's picked up 2 fouls on him already. With the ball, Crane on top. Tillamook by 3. 2:31 left, first period. Left side, right. Going to set shot from 8. In and out, no good. Clark with the offside board. Throws it up. He missed it. Rebound inside. Fought for. Still fought for. Loose on the floor. Still fought for. Cortez comes out for it for the Bulldogs. Sutherlin with the ball on top. Crane again. Right side to Cortez. Clark, his first shot of the ball game, and didn't get it to go from straight away. Right side. Swinging around. Is Crane to right to Cortez. Cortez, lob pass inside, got it deep, travels with the ball, they don't call it. Hands off, scores for 2. Wright gets 2, he definitely travels with the ball. Slider on the right wing, gonna run the floor, crossover down the lane, stops from 6, short. Rebound comes down to Clark. Clark, outlet left side, Sutherlin can take the lead. 9-8, Tillamook by 1, 1:45 left to play in the first. With the ball, Crane on the left side to Cortez. Cortez back to Crane, to Cortez in the corner on the right side. Slider fronting. Back to Crane to Cortez. Cortez lobs inside, picked off Motzinger on the backside. Hands to Bourne. Bourne with the ball right down the middle of the floor. 1:25. Bourne pump fake to Slider on the right wing. Back to Bourne, looking cutter. Left side Tandler. First time he's touched in quite a while. Tandler inside, Klump from 6, straight away, glass. Nothing more. Rebound comes down to Sutherlin. Backcourt, Tillamook's gone on a poor shooting streak right now.
We're not working our offense. If we do that, we're going to get good looks. Defensively, we're doing exactly what we want to do. We're really shutting Clark out. Offensively, we're not executing very well.
With the ball on top, Crane going to go for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound coming down the lane, tipped up, didn't go. Motzinger down with a rebound. Whistle, foul, backcourt's going to be on Hermes.
I tell you what, Tillamook has got definitely the benefit of the whistle tonight.
They have.
We've gotten a break.
Cheesemaker's going to get the ball out in backcourt with 51 seconds left.
They're going to switch up their offense. They're going to go 1-4, probably start with a little weave up top to see if they can isolate one of our highly skilled offensive players on the perimeter.
Klump comes out with the ball, free throw extended right side. Eyes looking underneath, there's Motzinger. Stop, fade away from 6, no good. Rebound comes down to Clark. Motzinger yet to hit the shot. Scores. What's the call? Oh, they're talking about it. Haven't figured it out. They're going to count this one, I believe. Nope, they're going to say it's on the ground. It's going to be on Mike Motzinger before the shot. And that'll be 2 on Motzinger. No basket.
Well, okay, now they're fixing it.
They put 2 points on the board. Now they take it off. 9-8. Tillamook still leads by 1. 18 seconds left to play in the first period.
You got to double Clark at this point, out of bounds underneath their own basket.
The foul was on Motzinger, his second personal. Out on top, Ashton, left side to Crane. Looking left, swinging around. On the outside with 10 seconds. Crane, looking at the clock with 8.
Lob. Watch the lob at this point. Watch the lob.
To right on the right side, looks, goes long, cross court to Ashton. They pick him up, he's going to drive. Stop, shoots, no basket. That's the end of the first period of play. So after 1, Tillamook leads 9-8. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Get the job done right with a winning team at SC Paving in Tillamook and score big with the professionals that work for you. SC Paving uses...
Hey, U.S. Bank State High School Basketball Championship game brought to you by Power Rants and the rest of the sponsors over KTIL in Tillamook. Randy Shield along with Patty Shield and Nathan Radcliffe, your broadcast crew. After 1 period of play, Tillamook leads 9-8. Bourne with the ball, right wing on Slider. They've switched it up now, gone to his own. Slider going to work baseline, stops there, going to kick out to Klump. 15-foot jumper on the way. Good. Right over the top of Clark, who came out long for that try to get the block. Cheesemakers lead 11-8. Klump has 4 in the game. With the ball, Crane in backcourt, goes to Clark. Nice catch, top of the key. Hands off right side to Ashton. Back out on top to Crane as they set up the offense.
The thing I'm worried about is Mike Motzer picking up his 3rd foul here early on in the second period. Just can't do it.
Ashton for 3, in and out, no good. Long rebound comes down to Bourne. Danny going to push the ball down the floor. Free throw extended right side, down the lane, hands off inside Clark to the hole, scores! Over the top of Clark with a jump hook. 13-8, Tillamook on a 4-0 run, starts the second period of play. 7:10 left to play in the first half. Left side with the ball coming down is Hermes. Hermes back to Crane to Ashton on the right wing. Ashton cutting across to Crane, left side. Hermes going to step inside, looks. Spin it around the perimeter. Crane's going to shoot for 3. It's no good. Rebound. Klump powers it down in the middle. Klump going to run the floor himself. Down the floor on the right side. Stops. Shoots from 4. Oh, we missed it. Nothing but glass. A little bit too anxious there. Sutherlin down with the ball. The Bulldogs coming out the other way, 13-8. Tillamook by 5, equals their largest lead of the ball game. 6:36 left to play. Dooley into the ball game for Candler.
He's been in for about a minute and a half, Randy, but I will tell you that.
I had too many things going on. Just couldn't say it. Right side, Ashton with the ball, looking inside. Oh, throws down Klump inside. Jumper in the middle from 6, no good. Rebound fought for. Klump comes down with it. Klump on the floor. Oh, gets hacked twice by Clark. Doesn't get a call. Now don't protect this guy. Bourne going to push the ball down the floor. Sideline right, all the way to the hole. Checked by Clark out of bounds.
Well, Danny Bourne did exactly the right thing. He saw that Clark had got tied up trying to stop that rebound outlet pass, and so he decided to put his head down and take it to the rack. Well, the big guy was out around half court. Unfortunately, Danny got hit hard enough.
Danny lost his contact.
To knock a contact out. It's either that or an eyeball. It might be both of them. I mean, both contacts.
He's looking. Dooley, I think. Ryan Dooley just found it. Nice job, Ryan. You know, that was a funny exchange because Danny rubbed his face, and then Dooley said wait because he felt it hit his leg. And everybody froze.
Oh, you did not.
No, I saw that from here.
No, Randy, just shut
You
up.
asked him after the game.
I saw it fall. It didn't hit his leg. It did hit his leg. It was way to the left of his leg.
It hit his leg.
I saw that thing fall out of his eye. Come on.
13-8. You got to have good eyes to be a radio broadcaster.
Either that or a lot of smoke you can throw in the air.
6:08 left to play first half as Bourne still waiting to get that back in. As he waits on top. Looks like he's got the contact back in. Ryan Slider holds up 5 big fingers right in front of his face. Says, how many, Danny? He couldn't see that. He was blind. His sliders are so long. With the ball, Landolt into the game. Landolt, left side, out on top to Bourne. Swing around to Motsinger. Motsinger for 3. A long one. Good! First shot of the game that Montsinger's hit. Cheesemakers lead 16-8, their largest of the game.
7 in a row Tillamook has put on him here in the last 2 minutes of basketball.
Tillamook drops back on defense. Crane goes in the corner on the left side. As out of the ball game comes Tim Clark. Clark is out of the ball game for the first time tonight for Sutherlin. With the ball on top. Swing around left side. Free throw extended. Is back. Back Crane. And every time you've seen him in the tournament that they bring Clark out of the ball game, they are not concerned about getting the ball in the air, which is fine right now.
Yeah, Clark played 32 minutes on Wednesday, 36 minutes yesterday. He's one tired puppy.
Right side, Ashton for 3. No good. Rebound long. Far side tip. Goes right underneath to Sutherlin, who lays it up and in. That was Tinsabah, who got 2. Bourne with the ball on top. Get good shots this time down the floor. They're a lot weaker in the middle. The tallest guy on the floor for Sutherlin is 6'2". Landolt with the ball on the right wing, looking cutter Motsinger. Not there. He goes to Slider on the left side. Slider pump fake, goes to Motsinger. He's going to high step through, hands right side to Motsinger. Or to Landolt. Landolt through, check inside, but Dooley lays it up and in. Dooley with the offensive follow gets 2. Tillamook leads 18-10. 4:44 left first half. With the ball in backcourt. Sensabaugh, hands off to the right side to right. Tipped by Slider, but he couldn't control. He bounced it once on the floor and then turned his head, and it went off his shoe out of bounds. Going to be Sutherlin ball on a near side right in front of Coach Bob Lamb and the Cheesemakers, looking for the first state high school basketball championship ever at Tillamook High School. This is the first time ever they played in it, let alone won it. Cheesemakers, a long ways to go. 4:29 left in the first half. Clark gets up and ready to come back into the game. Sensabaugh to Crane on the right side. Looking inside now is back, cross court. 3 seconds in the key. They didn't call it forever. Now he gets out, swinging left side, low post inside, pump, check by Slider. Rebound comes down to Motsinger. Slider went way up in the air and blocked that one. Bourne with the ball on top. Going to stutter drive, stop, shoots, whistle. Foul's going to be on Crane. Danny Bourne is going to go to the line to shoot 2. 4:02 left to play, halfway through the second period of play. Tillamook 18. Sutherlin 10. Tillamook on top right now, but Sutherlin's been down many times before in this tournament. Jared Klump's going to come back in to match Tim Clark, who went out. Nice move there by Bob. As soon as Clark went out, Klump came out. And out of the ball game now will come Mike Landolt as Jared goes back in.
I'm worried about fatigue in both Mike Motsinger and Ryan Slider, that they're able to maintain their athleticism and their quickness around the basket to neutralize some of that absolutely mammoth size that Sutherlin can throw at you.
Boy, we've seen some terrible shooting in today's game. First free throw is no good. Second one is no good as well by Danny Bourne. He missed them both. Doesn't happen very often. Ashton with the ball, hands off to Crane across the timeline. Still an 8-point lead. Left side Beck with the ball. Looking inside for Clark. He's double-teamed down low by Klump and Motzinger. Playing catch on the outside again is Crane. Crane goes left side to Beck. Clark, he bounces out to the top of the key now. Now he works back in as Ashton gets the ball. Left side, Crane going to shoot for three and hit. Crane hits his first three-pointer from the outside. It's 18-13. Slider running the floor on the right side. Going to take it all the way to the hole. Whistle. Clark, that's three on Clark. Clark's going to pick up number three. All three of those are because Ryan Slider is just that much better athlete, and he beat him to the hole.
It's absolutely amazing to watch Ryan Slider play basketball. He was born to play the game. Big hands, big legs.
Long arms,
and I tell you, he has got a mentality. The game is his, and that confidence is going to take him a long way beyond high school basketball.
Ryan Slider goes to the line to shoot two, up 18-13. 3:28 left to play in the first half.
Tillamook is going to turn up the heat here defensively. They just called for three press, which is sort of a diamond press. You trap as soon as the ball comes in. We'll see if Sutherlin can hold this kind of relentless pressure they're going to see from the Cheesemakers in the next couple minutes.
First free throw's good. Second one is good as well. Cheesemakers going to their diamond press. Slider with the ball, or defending the ball, picks it off. Slider underneath to the hole. Scores! After the steal, Cheesemakers lead 22-13. Sutherlin wants timeout. You can turn it up and hear the crowd as the Cheesemaker fans are on their feet. They lead 22-13, 3:23 left to play in the first half. Nathan, we better keep this one right here because we don't want to be back late. You know, I like Tillamook's chances when Tim Clark is not in the ball game because Tillamook, man for man, is just that much quicker than everybody else on the floor.
And not only are they quicker, but one of the first times this year they're actually bigger once Clark goes out. They've got a couple guys that are sort of rough and tough. Sutherlin likes to take the air out of the ball when Clark is on the bench, and right now they are down 9, and they cannot do that. They cannot slow the game down when they're down 9.
22-13, largest lead of the ball game for the Cheesemakers. Cheesemaker fans all over, filling three-quarters of this place, are on their feet and enjoying every minute of this first quarter and a half of basketball here.
Debbie Klump is sitting about 3 seats behind us, and there was 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second period. Debbie's already in tears, so it might be a long game for that eye makeup.
I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of non-dry eyes here if the Cheesemakers can ride this thing out, but boy, there's so much time left. With the ball in backcourt, Tillamook's going to press again. They go into their two press, their 2-2-1 instead of their full court now. Back with the ball on the left side. Tillamook's going to drop back a little bit. Hands right side across the timeline to Sensabaugh. Into the corner, Ashton for three. It's no good. Rebound tipped underneath. Goes to Sutherlin. Lays it up again. Sensabaugh on the offensive board. Motzinger had it, but had it tipped away. Slider on the right wing going to cross over and stop there. Hands back to Bourne on top. 3 minutes left to play. Inside, Slider with the ball. Step through, fade away from 6, scores. Oh, rack that up. Ryan Slider has had a half of basketball here to open up the state championship game. With the ball, backcourt, Sensabaugh, hands right side to Ashton. 24-15, Tillamook gets the ball across to Crane. Crane into the corner on the left side to Beck. Beck, inside Sensabaugh, step through, throws it up. He missed it. Rebound, Slider on the inside. Slider, hands off to Bourne. Bourne going to look down the floor. Not going to try it. Top of the key. Right side, inside to Klump. Klump, push from behind. Scores! No call, but it counts. 26-15 on a nice little shove from behind. Sent Jared Klump down the baseline, but he kissed it off the glass for two. Tillamook their largest lead of the game, 26-15. 2:10 left to play in the state championship game. In the first half. I wish it was a game. Ashton inside, left side on top. Dooley tips it away, chases down, loose, comes up with it. Dooley right side, going to the hole, shoots, doesn't get it. Slider can't get it on the ball. Gets his own rebound, throws it up, loose on the floor, going to come down, whistle, foul, going to be on Dooley. Oh, tough change there. Slider just a step too soon on that rebounder. He could have collected himself and gone up strong, but he was flying through the air, tried to tip it in. It fell off. Dooley's going to come out. What a nice spark Ryan Dooley gave the Cheesemakers there. Landol's going to go in. Klump's going to sit down. Again, Tim Clark on the bench.
But again, Motsinger, Slider, and Boren have not yet been out of this basketball game.
Motsinger has 2 fouls on him. Minute 45 left to play in the first half. Cortez back into the ball game.
Good idea, Randy. Good idea right there.
I didn't say it, did I?
No.
Long cross court, left side to back. Back, cross court, inside Cortez. Pump fake, check by Landel, stolen by Landel. Landel on top to Bourne, going to try to run the ball. At the top of the key. Looks left, goes left to Tandler. Tandler inside to Landel. Landel step through, hack, scores! And he's fouled! How in the world did he make that shot?
How many times have we said that about Mike Landel in the course of this year? How in the world did he make that shot? Well, he's the refuse disposal technician. That's what RDTs do around to this place, Randy. They put the basket in the hoop in some of the most unbelievable spots in the court.
He was laying almost parallel to the ground after he got hit, kissed it off the glass from 7 feet out. Free throw, the thumb ball, no good. Rebound tip, controlled, loose on the floor. Landel, the garbage man, comes up with it. Cheesemakers lead by 13, 28-15. Tandler on the left wing, looking cutter for Slider. Slider can't find his opening, goes back door. Landel down the lane, left hand lane, scores! Landel down the lane for 2. He gets 4 in a row, 30-15. Tillamook by 15. Sutherlin timeout, back in 1 minute.
Wherever there's a pool, there's always a flirt. Whenever there is school, there'll always be homework. Whenever there's a beat, there's always a drum. Whenever there's fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Always Coca-Cola. The stars will always shine, the birds will always sing. As long as there is thirst, there's always the real thing. Coca-Cola Classic is always the one. Whenever there is fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
Distributed by Northwest Beverage.
Welcome back to McCourt and Eugene. It's OSAA US Bank State High School Basketball Championship action. 103 left first half, 30-15 Tillamook.
Here they come in the three press again. Now they've done this one time. Ryan stole the inbound pass, laid it up, and that sort of started this entire train wreck.
Trap on the left side. Cortez gets it across the timeline, or to the timeline, breaks the press, goes left side to Sutherlin. The Bulldogs out on top, almost tipped away. Bourne with a steal. Bourne, 2-on-1, hands to Taylor. Taylor to the hoop, scores! 32-15.
Kurt had to check to see if that ball went in.
With the ball, sideline left, double team there. Boy, the Cheesemakers have stepped it up defensively big time without Tim Clark in the game. Crane on top with the ball. Gonna step through, hands right side to Cortez. Cortez, long cross there. Pump fake on the far side by Beck. Hands out on top to Crane. Step through, leap and leaner. Whistle, foul, gonna be Tandler. Bailed him out there at the free throw line. Crane's gonna go to the line to shoot 2.
It's like you're playing football, and all of a sudden somebody makes a play, and everybody starts flying around, just throwing their bodies all over the place. This is a style of basketball that suddenly Tillamook has come upon, probably in the last 4 minutes or so. It's great to see because it really, truly demonstrates the basketball ability of these 12 kids that are here at Tillamook High School.
Tillamook has outscored Sutherlin 23-7 in this second period. Crane misses the free throw. Crane, their point guard, is 5'10", 125 pounds, soaking wet.
If he's 5'10", I must be 6'3".
Boy, I tell you what, he is a slight build. First free throw's no good. The second one is good. It's 32-16.
He's a gamer, though. He's a gamer.
Is. Bourne with the ball on top, 20 seconds. Tillamook should pull for the final shot. They have all the momentum going their way.
Special.
Going to call Motsinger for special, running baseline. That should end a three-pointer for Motsinger at the top of the key if it all works right. Here he comes. There's Motsinger, 4-3, over the top, in and out, no good. Rebound in the corner, goes down to Sutherlin. Sutherlin with 2 seconds left at midcourt, times out. That's the end of the first half of play. The first half of state championship basketball the Cheesemakers have ever played, and what a half it was as Tillamook leads at half. Back to McCourt and Eugene. You know, Nathan, we've had I don't know how many people come up to us while we were here and say, really, the only drawback about the excitement of being here is the fact they couldn't hear it on the radio. We're going to try to put something together here. I tell you what, Ideally, maybe put it together with video. Ken Nelson from Nelson Glass, that's Ryan Slider's dad. He's been videoing all the games. If we can get that done, we'll put it together with play-by-play. Otherwise, I'm sure we can get the okay from Van and put it together with tape and make it a fundraiser for baseball. That's not the Nathan Radcliffe.
I tell you, I would quit my job teaching in a heartbeat if I could spend the rest of my life doing exactly this.
Sutherlin's going to bring the ball in to start the second half. You haven't seen your paycheck, have you? With the ball inside, kicked out of bounds, going to be Sutherlin ball.
I could go hungry for a while.
You would. Sutherlin going to get the ball underneath their own basket. Free throw extended left side. We've been treated so well here. We sit on press row about 14 feet off center court, about 12 rows up. Great place to do a game. With the ball on the left side is Crane. Clark is back in, and he's sandwiched between Motzinger and Klump again.
Mike Motzinger has done an excellent defensive job in keeping in front of Kim Clark.
Cortez misses the shot, but it tips out to midcourt all the way out to Crane. Pass cross court left side. Set shot by Wright on the way. Scores. From 16 out on the left side. Tillamook has to focus and get going. Slider going to run the floor on the right side. Down the lane. Whistle. Offensive foul.
That's exactly right. Ryan thought that he could get by that number 5, who is Cortez. And Cortez got in his way, and Ryan thought he was just going to be able to blow right past him. Cortez slid underneath. The right call.
Second foul on Slider. 2 against Motzinger as well on the inside. Left side. Hermes with the ball. It's no good on the shot. Comes down to Tamler. Tamler with a nice follow. Backcourt. Crane reaches, but Bourne goes right by him. Bourne down the lane. Crossover. Stops. 15. In and out. No good. Klump fights for it, but Clark comes down with a rebound. Clark hands off to Crane. Crane going to bounce pass to the right side to Wright. Wright. Free throw extended. Back to Crane on top to Cortez. Cortez swinging left side to Hermes. Hermes pass inside. There's Clark. Stop. Fade away from 6. He scores. First 2 points of the ball game for Clark. 32-20. Lead is only 12. Slider on the inside. Down the lane. Oh, he's fouled by Clark. They didn't call it. Clark came out, gave him the belly bump, but Slider hit the shot over the top of him. 34-20. Tillamook by 14. This game far from over. Cortez on top. Hands off to Crane. Crane swinging around. Cortez left side. Hermes. Hermes. Crossover dribble. Working against Chandler. Back to Cortez. Cortez down the lane. Lost control. Travel. Oh, no. Going to call the foul on Danny Bourne. You'll hear the Boo Birds come out there, as it's going to send Cortez to the line to shoot 2. He doesn't even know he's shooting. They're going to call him back to the line. He's saying, what? Shooting? You got to be kidding me. Okay, if you insist. Bourne with a foul on top. That was a step through. There's no way he was going to get the shot off from there, and they called the foul. To the line will go Cortez to shoot 2. Free throw is good. 34-21. Sutherlin fans start to get into it. They cover one end of McCourt. The entire rest of the facility here covered in Cheesemaker fans or converted Cheesemaker fans. Cortez, second free throw, good as well. 34-22. 12-point lead again, Cheesemakers. Their largest was 16. Bourne with the ball on top. Left side to Chandler. Chandler looking backdoor cutter, Slider. Nobody there. Going inside to Klump. Klump straight away, fouled on the shot. No call. Rebound comes down to Sutherlin. Alex going to get up, work on the official. Didn't get the call out of that one. Sutherlin, Crane with the ball in backcourt. Loses his dribble, chase it down, working sideline. Finally gets across the timeline to Hermes. Hermes with the ball, going to carry it down the lane. Going to jump it up from 7. No good. Clark clears on the backside. Gets the rebound off to Crane for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound over the top, goes right. Sutherlin controls again. Sutherlin to Hermes. Cheesemakers coming out a little flat in this half. Crane on top. Feeds left side to Hermes. 4-3. In and out, no good. Klump down with a rebound. Fights it away. Whistle, foul in backcourt. Going to be on right. Finally got a little control there. There's been some serious hacking going on. Cheesemakers get it slowed down. First team foul against Sutherlin.
Looking at the first half stats that we got from the official statistician, one thing that surprised me, Tillamook only has 12 rebounds in the first half to Sutherlin 17. One thing that doesn't surprise me is 8 assists for Tillamook off 13 field goals. That is good team basketball. Not a lot of one-on-one stuff, a lot of good passing.
Chandler left side, corner, Motsinger, 4-3. They need it, they don't get it, to the long rebound, comes out to the Cheesemakers, but Bourne throws it away. Goes to Clark underneath. Clark hands off to Crane, feeds right side to Wright, who almost had it picked by Bourne coming from behind. Left side to Hermes, going to drive baseline. Inside shoots, he missed it, rebound over the top, goes to Bourne. Bourne hacked on the backside, going to wait and hold it up. Nice choice there by Danny, as they didn't have the advantage. Chandler on top, need to run the offense again. Looking, goes Plump, free throw line. Plump, drive right by him. Jarrett can't do it as Clark comes out to meet him at the free throw line. Inside, looking, Motsinger goes cutter. Free throw extended right side. There's Plump again at the free throw line. Stops, hands out to Motsinger. At the top of the key, waits, goes to Slider. Slider with the ball out on top, going to call for Bourne. They're going to set it up again. To Motsinger, goes inside to Chandler. Chandler going to drive down the lane, a little leap and leaner, doesn't go. Rebound over the top, Motsinger. Motsinger throws it up, but it's checked by Clark. Whistle foul going to be on Chandler.
Tillamook is confused offensively because Sutherlin is playing a zone right now, in a 2-3 zone, and Tillamook is trying to run their motion offense, their flex offense through that. And it's just simply not going to work, especially with the human eraser inside and 6'8" Tim Clark. Tillamook needs to make sure they recognize the defense and execute appropriately.
With the ball, Ashton comes into the ball game for the first time this half. Backcourt right, hands off to Clark. Clark going to push back to right on the sideline left, get it across the timeline, and he'll hand to Crane as they set up the offense. Crane, free throw extended right side to Cortez on top. Cortez going to walk in, left side, Ashton going to shoot for three. He's their main three-point shooter. He missed it. Rebound comes down to Klump on the backside. Klump hands off to Bourne. Cheesemaker's going to push the ball again. Bourne, sideline right, going to get cut off there, goes back to Klump. Free throw line jumper on the way. Good. Klump hits a 15-footer. Tillamook needed that bucket there. 36-22, back up by 14. Right with the ball in backcourt to Cortez. Cortez across the timeline, working against Bourne. Hands off to Crane. Bulldogs control. Cortez on top, looking for Clark inside. He cuts through, hands left to Ashton. Ashton, got to keep an eye on him. He'll shoot the tray. Back to Crane on top. Crane, Cheesemaker fans stand up and cheer right now. To Ashton on the left wing. Ashton going to drive inside, down the lane, throws it up and scores. Cheesemaker's got out of position there. Ashton got to the hoop pretty easily for two. Slider with the ball on the right wing, going to hands left side to Tandler, back to Bourne on top. Cheesemaker's control. To Slider in the motion offense with 2:37 left to play in the third period.
That's still a zone. We got to make sure we're running our zone offense.
Slider looking cutter inside. Goes to Klump on the right wing. Back to Motsinger. Motsinger free throw line with Clark on him. Goes to Bourne baseline. Bourne down the lane. Shoots. Offensive foul. Oh, no. Should have been 4 on Clark, and they called it offensive on Danny Bourne. I don't know. I do know. I don't agree with that one. Neither do the Cheesemaker fans here.
Well, the ref was in a tough position there because they don't want to be the ones that determine the outcome of the game. They want the kids to be the ones that determine the outcome of the game. And when you make 4 fouls on Tim Clark, you know, that's going to play a huge role. I disagree with it, but that is their mentality.
Boy, I tell you what, he slid across. Bourne falling away and didn't get the call. Offensive on Danny Bourne, his second personal. Ashton with the ball sideline left, out on top. Going to drive down the lane, to the hoop. Off the glass for 2, tough shot, and it's a 10-point game. 36-26 as Cortez gets 2 more. Cortez in the game has 8. Pass inside Chandler. Chandler kicks it back out to Klump. Klump baseline has it cut off his position there. Cross court thrown away by Wright. Wright with the steal, hands back to Clark. Cheesemakers in a little bit of disarray right now offensively. Crane with the ball, sideline right. Tillamook needs to stand here and needs to score on the offensive end. Minute 29 left to play in the third. Crane left side to Ashton, looking for Wright inside.
Ryan Slider's got to roll with that low post as he swings across the key.
Crane on top, going to drive through, shoots from 6 straight away, no good. Clark push on the offside, gets the rebound, lays it up and in. Clark with a big push on the backside. Got 2, it's 36-28, down to an 8-point lead. They've cut the lead in half here in the second half. Tandler on top to Klump. 1 minute left. Goes left side to Slider. Slider looking cutter, trying to make a move, hands off to Motsinger. Motsinger inside to Tandler. Tandler, oh, he's hit on the shot, didn't call it again on Clark. Little fade away from 8 feet straight away. Rebound comes down to Sutherlin. Clark came down on Tandler. Why didn't they make the call? Ashton for 3. Off the top of the iron, top of the glass, out of play. Boy, have they protected the big guy this half.
Yeah, maybe third time's the charm. You never can tell.
Boy, he's gotten by with 2. He could very easily be sitting on the pines for the rest of this season, and they didn't make the call. Candler comes out. Dooley comes in. Tillamook should pull for the final shot of the period, up 36-28. Danny's going to pull him out. Hands to Dooley. Dooley out by midcourt. Going to stand and wait. Hands off to Klump. Klump with Crane on him. One dribble, pass left side to Slider. Slider against Cortez. Waits to Motsinger. Motsinger almost traveled. Hands off to Boren with 15 seconds left. Wade and Cutter setting it up. It's against a man-to-man this time. Bounce past Dooley, left side. Back out on top. Bourne looking Cutter to Dooley, left side. Didn't ever get it set. 5 seconds left. Bourne going to go down, shoot from 15. In and out. Back in again! Got a great hop. He scores at the buzzer. Cheesemakers lead 38-28 after 3. Back in 1 minute.
If you're looking for healthy choices, try the Swiss Chalet. Healthy meals include a cold turkey sandwich with 3 ounces of the best smoked turkey you can buy, piled high on hillbilly bread with lettuce and low-cal mayo. Or try the grilled chicken breast on a bun with low-cal mayo, lettuce, and tomato. Remember, the Swiss Chalet offers daily specials as well. Open Monday through Saturday. Stop in soon for lunch or dinner. And if you're in a hurry, call ahead. The Swiss Chalet, corner of 3rd and Stillwell in Tillamook.
If words like groovy, far out, and neato describe your furniture, maybe it's time to visit Roby's. We would love to help you step into the 90s and beyond with some great new styles, colors, and textures. Roby's is part of a 63-store buying group, which enables us to get some of the best prices anywhere. And we offer free delivery and setup. Lazy Boy, Virginia House, and Lane can help your house become the home it was meant to be. Roby's Furniture, Showplace South in Tillamook.
Welcome back to McCourt and Eugene. OSAA U.S. Bank State High School Basketball Championship action brought to you by Power Rents, Randy Shields, Patty Shields, and Nathan Radcliffe. Final quarter of basketball for the season. Tillamook comes in with a 10-point lead. Bourne with the ball, working left to right on top, hands to Dooley. Dooley drops the ball, now goes to Slider. Slider inside spins, going to take it down the lane. Clark over the top, checks it, goes off Clark, out of bounds, Cheesemaker ball. First block shot that Clark has had on Slider. Little head fake there and drive a shoulder to the rim. You're going to pick up the foul maybe, or at least you'll pick up contact. They've protected him so far. Slider in the corner, back to Motsinger. Fade away, check right back in his face. Motsinger gets it back in the corner again as Clark opens up the quarter with 2 block shots. Slider out on top to Bourne. 7:37 left to play in the game. Slider inside pump fake, going to work down the lane. Whistle, push, foul, 4 on Clark. You know, of all the times they haven't called the check, this time he rode him across the lane and he made the call.
It's the famous 1 + 1 + 1 equals 1 foul.
That's right.
It's the new math where 3 fouls is actually 1 here.
That's 4 on Clark. I would love to see that same set again and have Slider working against him because he can't stop him. Motsinger in the corner, going to drive inside, dishes off to Slider, whistle, foul. Going to be on the ground on Ashton. And Brian Slider laughing. No, are they going to call it on the big guy? Nope, they're going to call it on Ashton.
No, but Slider bought that one. He
did.
There was some contact there, but he jumped, threw his hands up in the air and said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got hit so hard." And they will call the foul.
Only the 13th foul. Tillamook bring it in underneath the basket. Motsinger gets it into Slider. Slider going to drive inside. Step through, nobody will challenge him there. To the hoop, scores! Right past Clark, not even batting an eye. With the ball, Cortez down the lane, all the way to the hoop. Check, oh my goodness, must have been contact from behind. As it's going to be on Klump, and they're going to say he's shooting 2, too.
Is that a... Yeah, okay, they did not call it on Mike Motsinger because
No,
we had the perfect angle on Motsinger. He had all balls, so they called body on Klump on the backside, which we honestly couldn't see, so we're going to give him credit for that.
It had to be from the backside because Motsinger had all ball. Cortez goes to the line to shoot 2. Very good free throw shooter. 7:14 left to play in the game. Free throw's good. He's hit 3 in a row from the line. 7:14 left. 40-29. Tillamook by 11. Cortez, second free throw. In front of a boisterous crowd here. On the way. Good. 10-point lead. Cut down to again for the Cheesemakers. Danny Bourne going to bring the ball down the floor. Across the timeline, Slider on the right wing. Lob pass over to Dooley on a slow one. Dooley pass inside to Klump. Plump kicks it back out to Dooley. He'll shoot for 3. Not going to make this one. Rebound inside. Motsinger powers it back up. He missed it. Rebound fought for in the corner. Goes off. Oh, Dooley out of bounds. Going to be Sutherlin ball. Nice play by Tim Clark there. The 6'8 guy chasing it down in the corner and banging it off Dooley out of bounds.
Now they got a wet spot on the floor they need to wipe up at this point. 10-point lead, 6 minutes and 56 seconds left. I tell you, both Ryan Slider and Mike Motsinger are grabbing hold of the bottom of their shorts and holding on for dear life as they tried to suck some needed oxygen deep into their body. So they have an opportunity to play the last 7 minutes of basketball with some semblance of energy and pep, just like they have done all season long.
Left side right with the ball. Going to hand back to Crane. Crane moves on top, kicks left side to Ashton. Looking inside, it's Cortez down the lane, lays it up again. Cortez, he's been scoring big. Left side, Cheesemakers on the break, going the other way. Dooley to the line, scores! They didn't call a foul, could have been offensive. Dooley hits it off the glass for 2, 42-32, Tillamook by 10. Oh, that was a big no call there. Cheesemakers back on defense, sagging back softly. On top, Crane. Left side, Ashton looking inside for Clark, swinging right side to Cortez. Cortez, long cross court, Ashton for 3. Flying by, no good. Long rebound comes down to Slider on the backside. Pushing down the middle of the floor. Klump on the run to the hole. Scores on the break. Cheesemakers lead by 12. 44-32. Tillamook on a little run, and they needed it right here. Cortez on top. One more stop in the bucket, and it'll be a big break for the Cheesemakers. Cortez, baseline right, looking inside. Slider's got switched up. Crane's going to take it down the lane, step through, shoot it from 6. In and out, no good. Rebound. Klump on the inside. Cheesemakers control. Hands back to Bourne. Tillamook going to bring it down the floor. 5:30 left. Bourne, crossover, free throw line, jumper, in and out, no good. Clark with a rebound, long outlet pass. Ashton on the breakaway, to the other end. Shoot, scores. Oh, Cheesemakers, tough break there. 44-34, Tillamook by 10, 5:25 left to play in the game.
A pleasure I've never had is being 6'8 and be able to throw an outlet pass over the top of everybody 40 feet the length of the court.
Dooley with the ball, has it tipped away, but gets it back, cross-court pass. Cheesemakers come up. Plump with the ball, fade away, baseline checked out by Clark. Clark over the top, goes to Motsinger inside, hammered on the shot, going to shoot 2.
Both our big guys ended up in a heap there in the green paint. Ryan Slider and Mike Landau.
Boy, is there some serious beating going on the inside as they have absolutely come to play in the paint area.
Yeah, Alex Cortez, number 5, is built kind of like I am. You know, he's maybe 5'10" or so, 185, 190 pounds, and looks like he has a little attitude.
He does.
He's like, hey, buddy, you're going to have to earn these from the line. Now, we've been giving you some layups this game. Motsinger, you sit at the line and see if you can shoot some free throws.
Crane comes out of the ball game, going to get a little blow before the final run. Motsinger free throw is good. 5:08 left to play in the state championship game. 45-34, Tillamook by 11. Motsinger so far in the ball game has only 4 points. Second free throw, but he's done so many other things is good as well. 46-34, Tillamook by 12. They're up by 16 at the half. Got outscored in that third period, 12-6. With the ball, Ashton across the timeline, handed into the ball game to Nick Cross. Cross, now the point guard, goes baseline pass, inside right, lays it up, he missed it. Plump down with another rebound. Jarrett's had a big night on the inside in his final high school basketball game. Left side, Chandler with the ball. Tillamook 25-2 on the season, looking for a state championship. Chandler to Klump, top of the key, 2 close, traveling calls, hands off to Slider. Slider going to wheel and deal, pushes the ball through, going to jump it up from 7 straight away, in and out, no good. Clark comes down with a rebound. Outlet to Ashton. Not quite the shot the Cheesemakers wanted there. If Ryan's going to take the ball to the hole, take it to the hole against the big guy and get number 5 and let him have a seat. With the ball on top goes Cross. Cross, right side, swinging around. Cross looking for Clark on the inside, can't find him. Open the voice is going to hold out here for the final half of the final quarter. Cross. Ashton for 3. No good. Slider high in the air for the rebound. Cheesemakers have cleaned the boards here in the second half. Bourne with the ball on top. Going to go left to Chandler. Chandler inside to Slider. Slider picked clean in there, comes down to right. Clark got a good piece of the ball there and ripped it loose. Cook going to run the floor on the right side, and the Bulldogs want timeout. Timeout on the floor, 46-34, Tillamook, 3:50 left to play in the game. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Get the job done right with a winning team at SC Paving in Tillamook and score big with the professionals that work for you. SC Paving uses top quality materials at a price that won't crush your pocketbook. When your lineup demands gravel, crushed rock, sand, culvert materials, or drain field rock, you'll have a victory with SC Paving on your side. Call them at 842-7541 or stop by 9575 Trask River Road in Tillamook. The crew at SC Paving is proud to be a part of your community.
Tillamook County is proud of its century-long tradition of the finest and freshest dairy products available anywhere in the country. At the Swiss Chalet, they serve only those freshest dairy products made right here in Tillamook County. Not like some of those other guys that get their dairy products from Idaho. At the Swiss Chalet, they believe in helping local families by using as many local products as possible. And remember, they still prepare food the old-fashioned way after you order it. The Swiss Chalet, corner of 3rd and Stillwell in Tillamook.
Welcome back to Mac Court in Eugene. 4,970 people packed into Mac Court tonight, enjoying a great basketball game here as the Cheesemakers lead 46-34 at the halftime. Last year there were 27,000 people that came to the series, the make that 5-day tournament. This year, 30,194 people, the most since 1982. Sutherlin with the ball to bring it back in, swinging left side, Cook back out on top to Ashton. Gonna pull for three. Good. Ashton hits the tray on top. 46-37. 9-point lead now for the Cheesemakers. Chandler on the left side with the ball. Looking inside to Slider. Pump fake. Gonna drive down the lane. Has it picked clean again. Inside. Loose on the floor. Kick comes out to Sutherlin. Oh, whistle. Foul. Backcourt's gonna be on Slider. Slider gets a foul in backcourt on the reach, and the Cheesemakers. This is going to be a long 3 minutes and 20 seconds, Nathan. Tillamook's come up big all year long. That's team foul number 6 on the Cheesemakers. Slider picks up his 3rd, and they're going to have to try to keep an eye on Ashton because he's a guy that can shoot the tray. Cortez on the right wing. Gets back to Ashton on top. To Cortez on the right. Going to work inside. Free throw line. Back to Ashton to the right wing to Hermage. Hermage going to go down the lane. Jumps it up. Lays it in. 46-39, mark it down, 3 minutes left to play. Bourne, sideline left to Chandler. Tillamook needs an answer right here. Plump, Motsinger, free throw line jumper. Good! Over the top of Tim Clark! The Kawapa League Player of the Year came up big there, up by 9, 2:44 left to play. Great answer by Mike Motsinger on a tough shot. The senior has carried the Cheesemakers all year long. Left side, Cook, eyes for three, won't take it. Double team there, kicks off, Cheesemakers steal. Danny Bourne holds in backcourt, Tillamook with the ball. Goes behind his back, whistle, foul's going to be on Cook.
That was one of the weakest fouls you've ever seen. It just so happened that Cook kind of got his hands on Danny at the same time. Danny lost his balance, was falling down. Cook makes Cray look absolutely huge in stature. I tell you, it looks like Cook might be Cray's little brother.
5'9", 130 pounds. Maybe 5'9", maybe 130. Chandler with the ball across the timeline. Left side. See if they're going to foul here. Bounce pass to Klump. High post. Almost lost it down the lane. Going to stop. Kick it back out to Bourne. 2:15 left. I say you pull some air out of the ball right now. Not completely. Picked clean by Cortez. Whistle. Foul is going to be on Chandler. Absolutely stole the ball out of his hands on the far side. Okay. Okay. As we get the all-tournament team coming in here, we'll throw away the old one, pull out the new one. We will not announce that as the Cheesemakers give up the ball on the turnover. Turnover number 5 in the game for the Cheesemakers. Did not come at a good time. 48-39, Tillamook by 9. Cortez perfect at the line so far tonight, 4 for 4.
Kurt Chandler is trying to figure out exactly what they were doing offensively, and at that same time, Cortez just poked the ball away from him. Kurt had a clean shot at the layup. Kurt Chandler sort of reached in from behind as he trailed the play. Probably a smart defensive play to see if put him on the line, see if he can make some free throws.
Made the first one. It's an 8-point game. Second one is no good. Rebound comes long to Klump at midcourt. Klump going to push the ball to the right side and stop there. Bounce pass out on top to Bourne. 2 minutes left. Chandler with the ball on the left wing. Looks cross court, looking cutter, nobody there. Cortez picks it clean again. Bourne in backcourt, chase it down. He loses it out of bounds. Front 4, jump ball. Alternating possession goes to Sutherlin. Twice in a row. Kurt Chandler picked clean on the far side, holding the ball over his head. Both times, Cortez stole the ball away.
Yeah, Danny Bourne wanted a timeout there while he was scrambling around the floor, and the ref just wouldn't give it to him. Got to watch the big guy here on the lob.
Sutherlin, ball underneath, goes out to Ashton. Eyes for three, won't take it. Hands off to the top to Crane. He will take the three. No good. Long rebound, tipped out of bounds. Going to be Tillamook ball. Oh, boy, it's getting pressure packed. You wouldn't want to win it any other way, would you?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would.
You'd like to be up at 30 at this point and have the subs in there, Randy. That's what you'd like.
Slider has the ball, or trying to get it to Slider. Monsinger has it tipped out by Clark. Monsinger saying he broke the plane there. And Tillamook gets timeout. No, this official had timeout down here.
Yeah, that ref, the outside official, was actually, I think, talking to the crowd as Jared Clump tried to come up and signal a timeout. But they got it called anyway.
They did. 1:47 left to play in the game. 48-40, Tillamook. Let's keep this one right here, Nathan.
Yeah.
Sutherlin basket. All 10 players at that end of the floor. Tillamook, 84 feet away from their own basket. Slider gets the ball, sideline left, crossover dribble. He's going to hold it in backcourt. Push ahead to Clump. It's 3-on-1 going the other way. Bourne, Chandler, left side, crossover to the hoop, off the glass. He missed it. Rebound comes down to Sutherlin. Sutherlin with the ball, 48-40. Tillamook by 8, 1:29 left. Make him take some time off the clock. Left side, Ashton won't get a three up on top. Crane gets it back. Going to step inside. Cortez into the corner. Ashton pump fake for three. Bounce out. Cortez again. Back to Ashton again. Ashton with the ball. Looks. On top to Crane. Crane, a long three. No good. Rebound inside. Motsinger down with the ball. Fights it away. Hands the ball left side to Bourne. Bourne with the ball in backcourt. 1 minute left to play. Hands right side. Cortez buries him with a block. That's going to be. They're not going to call it intentional. You can't. It was a blocking call. Although they buried Bourne into the scorer's table on the near side. That's only team foul number 6. Tillamook's going to get the ball back. Now you want Ryan Slider handling the ball. Get him down the floor, Coach. Where are you, Ryan?
Here he comes.
Clump waits. Goes into Chandler in backcourt. Chandler fouled immediately by Hermes.
Time to concentrate here, Curtis. You're up 8 points, 59 seconds left. It's going to turn into a free throw competition. And I tell you that there are 4 good free throw shooters out there, and Jared Clump isn't one of them. Hate to break it to you. After that absolute atrocity that he had to end yesterday's basketball game, he doesn't get put in the good foul shooting category.
I talked to Jared after the game. There's time out on the floor again. We're going to keep this one right here. Not going to miss a bit of this game. 48-40, Tillamook leads. Kurt Chandler's going to go to the line. I talked to Jared after the game last night, and, he said, Coach, I don't know why they kept throwing me the ball. They kept throwing it into me, and I'm saying, what are they doing throwing me the ball? He said, I've never been so nervous when I went to the line to shoot the free throw, and sure enough, he airballed the first one, missed the second one. But the Tillamook Cheesemakers now, if they can make their free throws and take care of the ball, are going to win the first ever state high school basketball championship. Up 48-40, but I tell you, still 59 ticks left on the clock as Donnie Burton's going to lead the cheers and do the dance on the floor and try to get the Cheesemakers going. Kurt Chandler, nobody going to be more focused than Kurt right now because he knows he turned the ball over a couple times when he didn't want to, and he missed the last shot. Now, one shot can redeem it, or 2 right here.
It'd be nice to get 2 shots because that puts it up over a 3-possession basketball game. That gets that lead up to 10 points. They need 3 possessions to get those, 4 possessions to get those 10 points. Big free throws here.
Kurt Chandler going to shoot 1-on-1 at the line. Don't want a foul on the rebound. Chandler, free throw, long, no good. Rebound inside, comes out to Hermes. Sutherlin with the ball, going to push the ball sideline right. Crossover dribble, top of the key. Hands left to Hermes. Hermes going to drive back to Crane. Crane going to shoot for 3, hit. Crane hits for 3. It's a 5-point game. Whistle, foul in backcourt. Going to be Hermes. Slider bought that one a little bit too. He got some good body, but he gave the act as the ball actually went off Slider out of bounds. 48-43. Tillamook's lead is only 5. 45 seconds left. Ryan Slider has done it so many times this year at the free throw line when it really counted, and Ryan Slider will go to the line this time shooting 1-on-1. None of them have ever been bigger.
I tell you, Crane stepped up and hit a monster three-pointer right there with...
Slider, free throw, dribbles the ball, It's in the air. It's good. Thank you very much, Ryan. That makes me feel a lot better, but still a two-possession game right now, 49-43. You know, Sutherlin's going to be shooting the tray. We need this one with 45 seconds left. Second free throw. In and out, no good. Sutherlin down with the ball. Outlet to Crane. Tillamook's lead is only 6. 41 seconds left in counting. Crane, here he goes again for 3. He missed this one, but he got his own rebound. Stop. Out of the corner. Ashton going to drive. Crossover left side. Hermes for 3. Looks good. It is. It's a three-point game. With the ball. Klump on the inbound. Hands left side to Tandler. Tandler, pull it out. Hands to Slider. Slider going baseline. Dribbles backside. Motsinger. He's going to shoot. He missed it. Rebound inside. Front force. Comes down. Sutherlin with the ball. Tillamook up by 3. Hermes running sideline right. Down the lane. Throws it up. He missed it. Clark scores, but there's 4 seconds. Don't bring it in. 2, 1. 1 second left. Foul. Slider's going to go to the line to shoot. 1-1.
They should have never inbounded the ball. There's 4 seconds left on the clock. They had the ball out of bounds. All they had to do was run the 5 seconds off the clock that they're given to inbound the ball, and the game would have been over. Sort of a mental breakdown at this point, but hey, these guys are kids. They have to learn how to play this game. Ryan Slider needs to make a couple free throws.
Ryan Slider goes to the line. 49-48. He's shooting 1-1. 1 second left in the game. 1 second left in the game. Ryan Slider at the line. 49-48. Free throw is no good. Rebound. Game's over. The Cheesemakers have won the Oregon State High School Basketball Championship as the Tillamook Cheesemakers defeat Sutherlin 49-48. As you can hear the crowd, the Cheesemakers are going wild. The Tillamook fight song being played on the floor. The Tillamook Cheesemakers own their first ever state high school basketball championship. Tillamook led big at halftime as they were up 32-16, but they get outscored in the second half badly by 15. But Sutherlin comes up 1 shot short as the Cheesemakers win it 49-48. To recount the last possession, Tillamook missed on a shot that really I'm surprised the Cheesemakers took as Motsinger came down the floor. Tillamook got a little break. Motsinger took a top shot on the baseline on the right side from about 12 feet out. A little piece of it hit the iron about 3 times, fell away. Sutherlin with no timeouts left, pushed the ball on the right side. They tried a leaner on the right side on the run. It didn't go, but Clark was there for the rebound. He laid it up and in with 4 seconds left on the clock. Tillamook did not have to inbound the ball, but they did. They inbounded Ryan Slider. Ryan Slider was fouled with 1 second left. In fact, it looked like less than 1 when all was said and done. He missed the free throw, but Clark on the rebound couldn't even get a shot off going the other way as the Tillamook fans have swarmed the floor. The Cheesemakers have won the state high school basketball championship here at McArthur in Eugene. We're going to take a 2-minute break as they clear the floor. We got tons of activities. Pull up a couch and enjoy this because we're going to be here a while. The Cheesemakers, first time ever, the ring sounds good, our Oregon State High School Basketball Championship. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Why should I buy my next appliance from C.E. Lewis? This is George Lewis, and my answer to you is Maytag, the #1 preferred brand known for its dependability and longevity. So much so, I will personally extend the manufacturer's warranty to cover every Maytag product you buy at C.E. Lewis Appliance for 2 years. Also, the price you pay covers it all. Extra warranty, pickup and delivery, shipping and handling, and installation. Peace of mind from C.E. Lewis and Maytag, both the dependability people.
For a smooth, winning touch on your tough projects, call the professionals at SC Paving in Tillamook. They use the best quality of gravel, crushed rock, fill material, sand, culvert materials, and drain field rock. So your best bet is with SC Paving. With the expertise of SC Paving, your rock and paving projects will be done with the quality you need at the price you want. Call them at 842-7541 or stop by 9575 Trask River Road in Tillamook. The crew at SC Paving is proud to be a part of your community.
As the Tillamook High School Cheesemakers have won the state basketball championship, the PA announcer going to award some things now, and you're not going to be able to hear a lot of them, but third place trophy for sportsmanship this year is out of the Kawapa League, the Astoria Fishermen. The Astoria Fishermen going to be awarded the third place trophy for sportsmanship, and that's players, crowd, everything else, as down will be Blue Steinbach to accept the award. Second place sportsmanship trophy. You can hear the cheer. Tillamook sportsmanship trophy, second place, and that one really surprises me because of the style of games the Cheesemakers were in. Tillamook became a favorite down here. It drew the crowd in, even non-Tillamook people. Second place sportsmanship trophy goes to Tillamook, and the first place sportsmanship trophy goes to the Madras White Buffalo, as they will pick up the sportsmanship award, an Oregon-shaped plaque awarded to the Cheesemakers with the red plaque on it down below. The team awards are going to be presented next. The team awards this year are being put together or have been rearranged just a bit as they took, it used to be 1 through 5, now it is Constellation Championship and 1 through 6, as the Constellation Championship will go to the Toledo Boomers. Dave Neal, I know, giving a cheer here, as are many Tillamook people. Lloydine Westmark, I'm sure, giving a hand to the Boomers back home, the old alma mater, as the Toledo Boomers, the number 1 ranked team in the state, come in and take the Constellation Championship. The 6th place trophy, the team, the Cheesemakers, in all likelihood, maybe should have been here, as the Cheesemakers stole one, and we said at that point when Tillamook won it, in fact, even before they won it, it's one of those games that state championships are made of, but Central takes the 6th place trophy. Malala will take the 5th place